thinking of moving to North Carolina and looking for information on the school system here? Well, buckle up and get out your notebooks. This one's a doozy. North Carolina's public school system is overseen by the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, or the NCDPI, led by the State Superintendent of Public Instruction and the State Board of Education. There are 115 public school districts, each run by a local board of education, and more than 2,500 public schools in North Carolina, including traditional, charter, magnet, and early college high schools. The typical structure is elementary school runs kindergarten through 5th grade, middle school 6th grade through 8th grade, and high school 9th grade through 12th grade, or freshman through senior. Kids can start kindergarten at age 5, and the state requires school attendance from age 7 to 16. And, fun fact, your child cannot get a learner's permit or driver's license in North Carolina if they are not enrolled in school. From school calendars to testing to magnet and charter schools, there's a lot to unpack. But by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap for navigating the North Carolina school system so that you can make the best choice for your family. Hey everyone, it's Becky Durant with Dream Team Realty Group. We work with a lot of families relocating to the area who need a better understanding of the North Carolina school system before they plant roots here. This is a big decision and not one that should be made without all of, or at least most of, the facts. Today's video will be broken down into 6 parts to help get you more familiar with the school system and with options in North Carolina. First, we'll talk about the school calendar options, specifically when it comes to traditional versus year-round calendar options. Next, we'll get into all the different types of school options available to choose from. Then we'll cover testing and standards. After that, we'll go over school ratings and accountability. Then we'll explore special programs that may be a good fit for your student and your family. And finally, a quick recap of all things of importance as they're related to the North Carolina school system. If you're looking for more helpful North Carolina real estate videos, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Now let's dive in. Part 1, school calendars, traditional versus year-round. One of the biggest surprises for families moving here is the school calendar. Most of us grew up on a traditional calendar, late August through early June with one long summer break. Kids love it, parents sometimes less so, especially when summer childcare gets tricky. But it's perfect for camps, sports, and long vacations. Then there's the year-round calendar option. This isn't about kids going to school more. It's still 180 days. It's just spread out differently. Students go about 9 weeks on, 3 weeks off. Those breaks are called tracks, and there are 4 of them. Track 1, Track 2, Track 3, and Track 4. Now you might be wondering, what do families do with all of those breaks? That's where track out programs come in. Local YMCAs, community centers, and private organizations run camps and activities designed to cover all of those weeks off. So instead of one big summer, your child gets multiple mini breaks filled with enrichment opportunities, or you can choose to keep them home for some of the break and put them in a variety of camps for the rest. In districts like Wake County, year-round schools often run multiple tracks at once. That means one group of students is in school while another is on break. It's a creative way to reduce overcrowding and keep class sizes manageable. The downside is that your children may have friends in the neighborhood or locally on a completely different schedule. And here's something else parents should know. You can actually have one child on a traditional calendar and another on a year-round calendar if that works better for your family. It can make juggling schedules a little more complicated, but for some families, it's a perfect balance. For example, it's not uncommon to have your elementary-aged child or children on a year-round calendar while your middle schoolers and high schoolers are on a traditional calendar. This is also an important time to note that all public North Carolina high schools run on a traditional calendar only. Here's where the decision gets real. Families sometimes choose neighborhoods based on whether they want traditional or year-round schools, since location is the top decider of your base school option. So it's not just about buying a house, it's about planning your family calendar for years. Part 2, types of schools in North Carolina. Once you've wrapped your head around calendars, the next question is, what kind of school do you want? North Carolina offers several options. Public schools, this is the default assigned by your address. These are funded by local taxes and serve the majority of students in North Carolina. There's also magnet schools. Think of these as theme schools. You might have a STEM magnet, an arts magnet, or a language immersion magnet. Admission is usually lottery-based, and these schools are designed to attract families from across a district. Charter schools are tuition-free but independently run. They often have unique teaching models or smaller classroom communities. They're popular, but some have long wait lists. Private schools require tuition and often have specific focuses such as faith-based education, Montessori, or college prep. Families may qualify for opportunity scholarships to help with tuition. Homeschooling is legal and growing fast here. North Carolina has one of the largest homeschool populations in the country, with active co-ops and sports leagues so kids still get social time. In order to set up a homeschooling option, North Carolina requires you to file a notice of intent with the NC Division of Non-Public Education, or DNPE, once your child is at least 7 years old. You'll need to choose a name for your homeschool. Yep, your family gets to name it like a school. Parents must have at least a high school diploma or equivalent. Families must keep attendance and immunization records, and students must take a standardized test once a year, although the specific test is really up to the parent. North Carolina doesn't mandate a set curriculum for homeschools. Parents can choose programs that fit their child's learning style and can opt to do fully virtual homeschool programs, co-op-led classes, and parent-designed programs. Many families blend traditional textbooks, online learning, and hands-on experiences like field trips, volunteering, or apprenticeships to maximize their child's learning engagement and experience. Something worth mentioning is that all of these options, with the exception of public schools, will require private transportation to and from school every day. So you may want to consider that before deciding on which one to choose and where you want to live. Part 3, testing and standards. Let's talk testing. Like most states, North Carolina relies heavily on standardized tests. Here we have EOGs, which are end of grade tests in math, reading, and science for grades 3 through 8. We also have EOCs, end of course tests in high school, like Math 1, English 2, and Biology. In 11th grade, every student takes the ACT and the state pays for it. High schoolers can also challenge themselves with AP or Advanced Placement or IB, International Baccalaureate courses. In North Carolina, there's no statewide barrier to taking AP courses. If your school offers it and you want to take it, you generally can as long as you have a certain grade in a prerequisite class. Many schools allow honors classes as stepping stones before AP. Students and parents typically sign an AP agreement form acknowledging the heavy workload and expectations. In addition to their in-class exams during the school year, students also take a national AP exam in May. Scores range from 1 to 5, with a 3 or higher often earning them college credit in that course. In addition to AP and IB courses, there are a variety of dual enrollment opportunities through community colleges, where students can earn both high school and college credits. Typically, these are gen ed courses that are transferable to any North Carolina state college, tuition-free, and either offered at a local college, at the high school, or online. Part 4, school ratings and accountability. How do you really know if a school is good? In North Carolina, every public school gets a letter grade, A through F, based 80% on test scores and 20% on student growth. Now, here's a tip. Don't rely just on the letter grade. A C school might actually be doing a great job at helping students improve. The North Carolina School Report Card site also shows teacher qualifications, student-to-teacher ratios, graduation rates, and attendance and discipline data. You'll also want to look at school report cards online, visit the campus, and talk to other parents before making this decision. And keep in mind, a letter grade is not a one-size-fits-all deal. Looking at the types of special programs, extracurricular clubs, sports, music, or arts programs available may make sense depending on what your child is interested in or in need of. Part 5, special programs. Another strength of the North Carolina school system is its special programs. Exceptional Children, or EC, services for students with disabilities. AIG programs, this is North Carolina's version of gifted education, is designed for students who show advanced learning needs in reading, math, or both. State law requires districts to identify and serve gifted students, but how it's done varies by district. Students are typically nominated by teachers, parents, or based on test scores, and districts use a combination of factors which may include EOG or EOC scores, often 85th percentile or higher, IQ or aptitude tests, classroom performance and teacher recommendations, work samples, or portfolios. Many districts aim for a broad, multiple criteria approach so students aren't missed just because of one test score. CTE, or Career and Technical Education, is another program where students learn trades, healthcare, IT, and more. CTE is designed to give students real-world, hands-on skills in addition to their academic coursework. It helps prepare them for college or directly for a career. Every public middle and high school in North Carolina offers some form of CTE. Exact programs vary by district, but here are common ones: health science, engineering and technology, information technology, business and marketing, agriculture and environmental science, culinary arts and hospitality, trade and industry, and public safety. Early college high schools is a big one as well. Students attend a high school on a community college campus and graduate with both a diploma and an associate's degree for free. As you can see, the North Carolina school system is not one size fits all. That's actually the good news. It's flexible. But it also means you'll want to do your homework, especially if you're moving into a new district or into the state altogether. Part 6, recap and advice. So let's put this all together. There are traditional calendars, year-round calendars, with different tracks being out different times of the year for public schools, or a modified traditional calendar for non-public schools. We have different school types such as public, magnet, charter, private, and homeschool options available. Testing involves EOGs, EOCs, ACT, SAT, AP, IB, and dual enrollment. Ratings for the schools here are based on an A through F grade letter, but make sure you dig deeper. Special programs include EC, AIG, CTE, and early college. See what I mean? North Carolina's school system really is a doozy. But once you understand the options, you can find the right fit for you and your family. If you're relocating to the area, don't just shop for the house, shop for the schools. The right decision here can shape your child's experience for years. If If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop any questions you have in the comments below.